1991 on a H, Vauxhall Cavalier, 1.6 litre petrol, 5-speed manual gearbox this one. As you can see, it's going to want a bit of a polish, a bit of paint in places. On the bonnet itself, it's fairly faded. There's no big dings or dents, but it is fairly faded on the paint side of things on the bonnet. We've got a few touch-ins across the front there. You can clearly see that. Headlights are nice and clear on the right and the left-hand side. Bumper corner, all nice and tidy on the plastics. Again, I think it must have sat outside at some point. There's plenty of bird poo marks on the plastics as well, and a few little scratches and scuffs on that right-hand side. As we come up the driver's front wing, again, it is flat in places, bit of surface starting on the bottom half. As you come around the top, looks to be all okay. I think a good polish would make a hell of a difference and a good clean. But again, it is going to want some body work. Across the lower half of the sill section on the right-hand side, we have got a few bits of corrosion starting down to the paint. Bottom of the door, again, a few little touch-ins here and there over the years on the bottom of the door there. A few bits of colour discrepancy and some touch-ins with some brush and aerosols, which you can see, and some chips to the lacquer here on the right-hand side door. Up the pillar there, again, various touch-ins over the years. You can clearly see that across the roof. We've had plenty of touch-ins on there, around the sunroof, and across the front edge of the windscreen. As we come back down the right-hand side door, no big dings or dents again. Again, some touch-ins on the scratches on there, and we've got some corrosion on that rear arch there on the right-hand side. It's obviously had a few repairs over the years on that right-hand side. The rest of the quarter's all okay, apart from being flat on the paint side of things with some chips and marks here and there. Onto the back bumper, again, quite faded across the rear. No big gouges out the plastic though. Rear lights look to be okay. The rear boot, all right as well. But again, very, very flat on the paint side of things across the rear boot. As we come down the left-hand side, onto that rear arch, once again, we have got corrosion where it's been sort of painted over and filled over, coming through on the rear arch. On the left-hand side, a big dent in the door on the left-hand side rear door there, which you can see. As we come further down, various scratches, scrapes and corrosion down that left-hand side. Onto the front wheel arch again, it's had plenty of repairs, plenty of bits of paint put on that one on the left-hand side there. Onto the interior now. Door card itself, it's been taped up and it's got some rips on the fabric side of things on the door card. You can clearly see that as well. The seat, no rips or tears, but we have got some wear to the side bolster there on the lower half and the very bottom swab, but no rips or tears in the cloth fabric. Across the top of the dash, no cracks across the top. We've got a few at the very, very back, which you can't see there. Down the centre console, all okay. Bit of wear on the handbrake gaiter. Headlining is sagging towards the back, but no damp patches around the sunroof. Onto the rear door card on the right-hand side. Door card itself, is okay. A little bit of a nick out the cloth there on the lower section. Rear seats have got a bit of sun fade to them, but again, no rips or tears on the rear seats. Into the boot now. Parcel shelves all intact. No nasty speaker hole covers in there. Boot carpet looks to be okay. Lift that up, we've got the spare wheel, some gloves and the jack in the boot there. We come round onto the left-hand side of the rear door. Again, door card itself is actually okay. Wants a bit of a clean, but not too bad at all on the door card. And no rips and tears on that rear seat from the left-hand side. Onto the left-hand front. Again, door card's been sort of repaired a little bit there and it's sagging away from the cloth. It's all tight across there. Seat itself showing a bit of wear at the bolster, a little bit of sun fade, but again, no rips or tears on the cloth side of things on the actual passenger front seat there. Into the engine base, 1.6 litre petrol engine this Cavalier has. I'm going to get James to start it in life mechanically. It's been here a couple of days. It starts on the button. No hesitation, no noise, no rattles. It's been like after 3 days since it's been here. Every time you've started, it fires straight up. Bit of once of attention on the bodywork side of things, but there you have it, the 1991 Vauxhall Cavalier 1.6 litre petrol engine on the 5-speed manual gearbox.